All right, I'm going to go through this presentation real quick and the Mayan Zodiac prophecy. It's the fourth age transition into the fifth age. UnDaoDu. Bitcoin will unravel fiat. And under here are the four cyberpunks. You can see the code on the screen, mouse, keyboard, monitor, plugging in, building it. Bitcoin, the blockchain is built on the Bitcoin is built on blockchain, and blockchain developed in the late 80s, early 90s. And the four cyberpunks here are displayed on the Mayan Zodiac. The blockchain, DAO, decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs will unravel Wall Street. There are many kinds of DAOs, one in particular called the DAO, decentralized autonomous nonprofit organizations, DAOs. And then finally, the DO, the distributive unconsciousness, tech singularity, unravels everything. And there it is on the back of UnDaoDu, staring out, controlling what's known as the Bitcoin vault, which I'll talk about. Open beneficial AI is the antithesis to AI. And here is Brock Pierce, right? The elephant in the room. He's smiling at the blockchain because he realizes the importance of it and is one of the individuals that gets in early. You understand that he was selling gold, Ultima Online and EverQuest and all this gold, and saw, a world built on tokens. And here is Matthew N. Wright, I call him ETH Waldo, staring, wanting to devour Satoshi, the ephemeral Satoshi Nakamoto, and hovering in the sky is Bitcoin. Here is Vitalik, right? And here he is, DevCon 5, the logo for DevCon 5, same thing. The rabbit looking down, or the horse in this case. They didn't have horses in the Mayans, so it was a rabbit. The ear is actually there's the face, there's the unicorn, right? And here are the stripes. Look, there's even a saddle on the back. Very interesting. And this is UnDaoDu, the prophecy, struggling to usher in the fifth age, built on Bitcoin, blockchain, and AI. So as of 2019, he's now standing. He started working on this in 2009. 10 years later is the fifth age. It's ubiquitous, right? The fifth age, Foundups are built on any blockchain, friendly, planet and its living system centric, right? Imagine the fifth age. And finally, it's equal, treats everyone the same, the Foundups ecosystem. So our endemic problem, endemic means ultimately it can't be fixed, is we have an economy that's built on this idea of infinite growth. And all the problems that we're seeing are merely outcomes of this problem. Well, the solution is to build one that's not, and using AI and the blockchain for that, right? And disrupt the startup. You disrupt everything, because you have to understand the startup is the engine that drives capitalism. Usher in a new vehicle for ushering a new business model, and you disrupt it all. It's community centric. Imagine these entities are owned by the stakeholders, right? The outcome. We create a society powered and built on sustainability and community for all. Okay, so how will it happen? Well, number one, it's going to be built on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin becomes kind of like the Fort Knox, the underlining, the foundation, right? And imagine that every of these new kinds of entities, Foundups, have 17 million tokens. It works pretty much exactly like Bitcoin. Instead of 21 million, it has 17 because it's 10 years. And it has stakeholders, customer, collaborators, and creators, what I call CCC. Okay, the foundation of the fifth age is built on Bitcoin, right? The blockchain exists for ushering DAOs that replace Wall Street. Any blockchain can be used, and it replaces the startup with Foundups, right? Foundups level up and become DAOs, and Foundups seed the Bitcoin Global Reserve Fund that ultimately underwrites and creates and makes these tokens, basically stable tokens. You can, if you visit any flea market, there are literally hundreds of Foundups just ready to launch. Imagine community built and owned. DAOs. DAOs provide UBI and other things. Every unicorn today, keep this in mind, started off as someone's idea. It just had the framework of closed capital in order to launch. So what's the first Foundup I'm launching? I'm launching Foundups Hemp. It's the first in 2020. I've been doing Foundups actually for nearly a decade, but now I'm actually launching one and I'm figuring out the tokenization system and then testing it in the flea market. So the tokens work exactly. There's no ICO, there's no IEO, there's no STO. The only way to get the tokens is by supporting the brand, by purchasing the items. It's somewhat kind of like frequent flyer miles that ultimately will be able to be used with everything. Okay, so here it is. Build the brand, launch Foundups dApp, and test it. And you can scan here and see our products. So the prototype is really simple. It sets up the Foundup token, what I call the bank. It sets up the seeding tokens, the pool, and the customers share tokens hourly, so out of the pool. So just like Bitcoin, every 50 pops into there. Same thing with with the bank. So what you're doing is encouraging people who are the stakeholders, the believers, to get behind it. And as the network grows, right? So 80% of the pool goes to the CCC. They're the customer collaborators and creators, and 20% goes to the network. Think of it as a network fee. So everyone who has the app, 20% is distributive. So imagine having, Google. You would actually have, if you had Chrome, imagine every hour you're getting some tokens for running Google. Imagine if you were running Google, back in 2004 when it came out, or 2000, I can't remember, 2000, 2004. Imagine the value then versus the value now. So as the network builds, so does the amount of allocation. But the majority always goes towards the stakeholders until all the tokens are gone. And then the value of the tokens will increase with scarcity. That's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this. My name is Mike Trout, and I'm here just sharing the vision of Foundups, and this is just part of a presentation that I'm working on. So just kind of recapping everything. What I did was cover the Mayan Zodiac prophecy.